The opening of Paradise Lost is a single sentence, 16 verse lines long, 160 syllables, one sentence, which isn't even a compound sentence till about line 11. The first, I'm sorry, till the 10th line. The first 8.5 lines are a single phrase. It is, first of all, it is an invocation to the muse. This is how epics begin. The epic poet always begins by invoking the muse, the goddess of poetry in the classical tradition, to come help him write this great poem that is beyond his meager poetic capacities. It doesn't mean he's actually humble, doesn't think he's a great poet. They all do this. Spencer did it too. Virgil does it. It's standard. It's a standard move. You've got to do it. It's one of the ways that says, this is an epic. Here is that first stanza, so heavily enjammed, so few places to breathe, that it's going to take me a while and some effort to get through it. Let's see if I've been working out enough. Of man's first disobedience and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world and all our woe, with loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us and regain the blissful seat. Sing, heavenly muse, that on the secret top of Orb or of Sinai didst inspire that shepherd who first taught the chosen seed in the beginning how the heavens and earth rose out of chaos. Or if Sion hill delight thee more, and Siloa's brook that flowed fast by the oracle of God, I thence invoke thy aid to my adventurous song, that with no middle flight intends to soar above the Aeonian mount, while pursues things unattempted yet in prose or rhyme. Okay, you notice that goes fast. Enjambment speeds things up, as it does in Hamlet. When Hamlet feels like enjamming, things go faster. 16 lines of Milton move much faster than 16 lines of Chaucer, because Chaucer end stops a lot. And this is breathless. This is a little breathless and stopping. Man, it's a heck of a sentence. Who is the heavenly muse? Spencer was happy enough to have his classical deities and demigods exist alongside Christian religion. Milton isn't. He's using the moves of the classics, but the muse he's talking to is heavenly, is the one that on the secret top of Orb of Sinai did inspire that shepherd who. I'll come back to that shepherd who. That shepherd who is Moses. How do we know this? On top of Sinai. The heavenly muse is a divine spirit, is in fact God himself. I'd also point out, but isn't the speaker of this poem addressing the heavenly muse as thou with the familiar pronoun? Yes. It is a close familiar relationship with God, as in the Christian Lord's Prayer, which uses thou, the treatment of God as a family member. Very close. That shepherd thing, there are a lot of references here. Instead of name dropping, he will refer to a super famous, especially to his audience, historical, literary, or religious figure, and let you figure from the who. The shepherd who did that thing. Oh, that one. Moses. That king who. Your footnotes do speed this up. This sentence is extremely complicated. It follows the same kind of syntax as Latin. It's not a stereotypical word order. This sentence needs to be reorganized into a normal syntax to make more sense. Though, of course, you will destroy the meter, which is a lot of the beauty here. The key, where is the main verb? Part of my advice for reading Old World, look for the verb. The main verb for the first 8.5 lines only shows up on line 6. Sing, heavenly muse. Oh, this whole sentence is an imperative, a command. Sing, maybe a request. Sing, heavenly muse. Everything before sing, heavenly muse is what the heavenly muse should sing about. What follows sing, heavenly muse is a description of who that heavenly muse is. Sing, heavenly muse, of man's first disobedience, the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death into the world and all our woe, with loss of Eden, till one greater man restore us again, regain the blissful seat. Sing, heavenly muse, man's first disobedience, that forbidden tree is a classic Milton, that phrase. The one that lost us heaven, paradise, brought death into the world. That whose mortal taste. Who is the greater man? This would be Jesus. Again, I need to repeat Milton's religious ideas because they're they're inextricable from this poem. They're not they're not religious ideas that Cleveland State is advocating to you at this moment, or indeed at any moment. Okay, which heavy muse? Heavy muse who did inspire the shepherd, Sign Hill, fast slow as brook. I thence invoke my aid, thy aid to my adventurous song. His song is adventurous. There's adventure. So lucky that with no middle flight, it tends to soar above the Ionian Mount. The Ionian Mount is a classical reference. He intends to outdo the classics, to fly higher than Parnassus, where the great classical poets live on the top of that imaginary mountaintop. Here, Zion, higher than Mount Zion, mountain that figures in Abrahamic religious poetry, higher than Parnassus, the Ionian Mount, which figures in classical poetry. Things unattempted yet in prose or rhyme, and in a classical epic mode, there he's taken a line from an earlier epic poet, from Spencer's favorite, Ariosto, and rewritten it into English. Yeah, like, and your footnote is like, yeah, see, he's talking about how he's going to be more original, do things that have never been attempted by doing a line that someone else has already done in another language. This is the epic move, just as Spencer did. It's take what other great epic poets have done and outdo them. Make it your own through competition. 10 more lines. Next 10 lines, they need another video.